press the space bar or unmute yourself if you want to ask anything. So rollers and sticks, looking at the upper body, making sure we're nice and open in our chest so that we don't put too much load on our lower backs. Okie doke, so sitting on the floor with your legs stretched out in front. Just put your hands on your knees, just give those kneecaps a bit of a wobble on the top of your legs there. And then just look down your legs and check that the middle of your thigh is coming out of your hip. And it's a straight line there, parallel to the middle of the knee. Shins are parallel down to the feet. And look at those feet and check the middle of your feet are sitting up straight. So when we started looking at our feet, I think all of our feet were doing different things. And more that you become conscious, more and more they become more parallel. So slide those hands down towards those feet, soften the knees and pull your tummy down onto your thighs. Pull your chin down into your chest and just stretch that neck. And then lift yourself back up, let those hands slide up those legs. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down, and pop your fists on the floor behind you. And push that chest forward, take that chin up to the sky, squeeze those elbows together. Take the chin away from the chest, stretch that neck, let that head tip back, and then bring that chin forwards all the way down towards your chest. Looking at those legs, checking they're parallel. Bringing the chin all the way down, pushing off those hands, putting those shoulder blades together, pushing those elbows straight. And then release the chin, let it come all the way back up to the sky. Push the chest forward, let your head fall back, stretch through that neck. Really stretch that throat, jump your chin up into the sky and then bring your eyes horizontal again. Bring the chin back down into the chest. Pushing those shoulders away from the ears. Pushing the top of the head away from the bottom of the neck. Pushing the upper back and then turn your eyes towards the right hand side of your right leg. Lift your body up so you're a bit more vertical. Taking that right ear towards the right shoulder and the left ear away from the left shoulder. Really lengthen and stretch. And then bring those eyes back to the middle. Take them across to the left-hand side of the left leg. And really pull the left ear down to the left shoulder. And that right ear away from the right shoulder, pushing those shoulders down. Pushing those arms straight, lifting that chest up, pushing those seat bones into the ground. And then release. Take your hands away. Lift your eyes up and then just soften your knees and bring yourself forwards and stretch through that back. So push through the lower back, push through the waist, push through the middle of the top of your trousers, push through the bottom of your ribs, push through the middle of your ribs, push through the top of your ribs. Take your eyes down. Bring your chin into your chest, feel the stretch through the forehead, through the back of your head, down through your neck, down through your spine, leaning forwards as much as you can. Feel it coming through into those hamstrings, calves. Pull the toes towards you, stretch through those calves, and then point them away, lift your chin up and sit yourself up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, back and down, and take your hands a bit further back on the floor. Pull those elbows together, push that chest up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Big breath in, lift that chest up high, stretch through that lower back, trying to lift your bum, like being light on your bum on the floor. You're not lifting it, you're almost pushing it up off the floor in this shape. And then release, push your seat bones into the ground. Bring your arms round and horizontal, breathing in, breathing out, reaching forwards one more time. Reach to those toes. And then sit yourself up nice and tall. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind. And then just lift and turn yourself, looking over that right shoulder. Keeping that body vertical in column. And then coming back round to the front, right hand on left knee, left hand behind. And lift and turn the other way. Breathing in, breathing out. And then come back round to the front. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, and take your roller and slide it across the mat behind you. Soften your knees, pop your feet flat on the floor. Put your elbows on the roller, breathing in. And on the out breath, rest the roller on those lower ribs and push the breastbone up to the sky, push the bottom ribs up and let that head come down. Take those arms straight up in the sky. Bring them all the way over the head, palms together, down on the floor, past your, above your head, reaching and stretching. Push the right hand away, push the left hand away, push both hands away, then take those hands up into the sky, bring that chin into the chest and sit yourself back up. Elbows on the roller and move it up a few centimeters, inches, whatever. Breathing in. And on the out breath, push those ribs up, take that head down to the floor, push those arms straight up into the sky. Breathing in. On the out breath, take those arms all the way over the head. Breathing in, reach those arms away, push that right arm away, push that left arm away, push both arms away. Now, if this is too much load on your back, take those arms up to the sky, don't include the arms and bring yourself back up. If you want to support your head and your neck, you can put your hands behind your head as you lower down. So breathing in, you can support the head, breathing out, reach, let that head go to the floor, supporting it, pushing that chest up. If you're happy to have your arms above your chest, that's fine. And then take them all the way over the head, touching the floor, palms together, breathing in. Breathing out, reaching that right hand, reaching that left hand. Then you can, if you want, slide your hands back in and support your head. Or take your hands straight up into the sky and lift yourself back up. And then move that roller up one more. Breathing in on the out breath. Pushing that chest up to the sky, lowering that head down, supporting it if you want, pushing those arms up into the sky. Take those hands all the way over the head, reaching them onto the floor. Pushing off the tailbone, trying to lift that back up. Pushing those ribs up to the sky and then bring those hands back up. Taking hold of your head if you want and lifting it back up. Lift the roller and pop it down into the middle of your upper back. Take hold of your head in your hands. Lift your bum up and roll the roller down towards those bottom ribs. And then all the way back up towards the top of your ribs, the base of your neck. If you want, you can have your arms straight overhead. If that's too challenging, you can keep your arms behind, hands behind your head. Or you can put your elbows on the roller and take a little bit of weight off, it's up to you. Rolling all the way down to those bottom ribs. And then rolling all the way up to those top ribs. And then leaning over onto that left-hand side, going down those bottom ribs, just slightly on the left. Just ever so slightly lifting the right side up. Keep one more time down here, down to those bottom ribs. And then going over a little bit further onto that left-hand side. A little bit further. And then keep going all the way over until you come all the way onto the left. And then take that left arm up straight parallel to the long side of the mat and roll the whole length of your left hand side, going through that armpit. And then rest when you've got the roller in the armpit, where the arm joins into the shoulder blade. Rolling that body forwards and backwards, flicking over the back of the back muscle up the lat, up the back of your shoulder there. And then rolling your body, moving the roller and rolling the body forwards and backwards as you take the roller down towards the waist. Ever so slightly forward and backwards. Down towards that bottom, the bottom of the shoulder blade. So your bra strap area, rocking forwards and backwards. And then all the way down to those bottom ribs. And then you can just rock a bit forwards and backwards on those floating ribs, just being careful. And then we're going to go all the way back up again. Rocking forwards and back. In through that, so the base of my shoulder blade. I'm just going to stay there for a little bit. That's sending a referring a pain up into my armpit. So I'm just going to rock through on that a little bit. Just going to get rid of that pressure point and then go all the way up into the armpit. All the way through the armpit. And then all the way down again. And all the way up again. And start to go back over onto the back. On that left side. All the way over onto the left hand edge of your back. And then right onto the back again. All onto the back. Reaching that chest up, resting that head on the floor. All the way up and down. Now we're going to go onto the right hand side. So just on the right hand side, so we're just lifting the left up a little bit. Going all the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down there on the right side, with the back of the right side. So we're not on the right side yet. And just go a bit slowly through this sort of corner where the back becomes the side, gets a bit missed. So I'm going to go up and down there a little bit onto those bottom ribs. And then all the way through that shoulder blade. And then all the way over onto that right hand side. All the way down to those bottom ribs. And then rocking forwards and backwards. Through the base of the shoulder blade. In through that armpit. Up the back edge. Through those latissimus dorsi muscles. Into the armpit. Where those shoulder muscles join, where those upper back muscles join. So into that armpit and then rocking forwards and backwards where the base of that arm joins into the armpit. And then slowly going back down again. Rocking forwards and backwards. Support the head if you need to. All the way down. And then I'm going to move it a bit quicker up and down that side. All the way up, all the way down. And then full length down, full length up. Full length down, full length up. Going over, back over onto the back. Onto that back corner. And then all the way over onto your back. Head down, bum down. And resting with this in that, the middle of your upper back. I'm going to lower that head down. Really stretch that head to the floor, push the tailbone down. Take those hands, palms together. Push those hands away above the head. Push those legs away nice and straight. Feel those shoulders being all even. Having done that, done the armpit rolling. Push that right hand away. Push that left hand away. Feel the stretch through those ribs, under the ribs, into the stomach. Push that right hand away. And then push both hands away. Then slide your hands back towards your head. Take your head in your hands and lift it back up. Bend those knees. Take yourself so that your bum's on the floor. Use your elbows and gently bring yourself back up. Gently bring yourself back up. Move that roller out of the way. And straighten your legs out on the floor in front. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down, and pop those hands on the floor behind. Pull those elbows together. Push those arms straight. Bring that chin down into the chest. Look at those legs and check that they're parallel. Check the thighs Shin bones, knees are parallel, feet are parallel. Pulling that chin down into the chest. Really pushing those ears away from the shoulders. Take the head around so you look at the right hand side of the right leg. Pull that left ear away from that left shoulder. Keep that left arm straight. Pushing that left ear away. Taking that head back to the center. Taking it over so you look at the left side of the left leg. Really push that left ear away from that left shoulder. Really stretch those shoulders away down towards the hands. Stretching that ear away. And then bring the eyes back to the center. Pull that chin down. And then lift those eyes up to horizontal. Pull those shoulder blades together. Pop that chest forward. Make sure your arms and your shoulders are behind your body. Breathing in. Release those hands off the floor, resting on those seat bones. Lift those arms up high, pat one hand on top of the other, breathing in. And on the out breath, lower that body down to the floor. Collapse that lower back, flatten the pelvis down, touch the lower back, middle back, upper back, and then the head. Take those hands all the way over the head. Reaching those fingers away from the toes, pushing that right hand far away from that right foot, stretching. Push that left hand far away from the left foot, stretching, reaching. Breathing in, bring both hands together, push both away from both feet. And then bring those hands up into the sky, down by your side, slide your fingers under your bum, breathing in. And on the out breath, push off those elbows and lift that middle back up off the ground. I'm keeping the back of my head on the floor to start with. So my head's not moved. But my whole spine is off the floor. My shoulders are trying to touch the floor, the outside edges of my shoulders. Really lifting that back and then release that back down to the floor. Take those arms up into the sky and push those hands up. So we're doing a sideways stretch. So we're taking the shoulders towards each other in the front. And then we're bringing those hands down to the floor. And we're lifting, we're bringing those shoulders towards each other behind our back. Keeping the back of the head just still on the ground for the moment. So we're focusing on sideways stretching before we do forwards and top and bottom stretching. And then release, take those arms up to the sky. Try to get your arms touching each other in front of your body. Bring those arms back down to the ground, roll those shoulders up to the ears, push them into the floor, slide them down, squeezing those shoulders together on the underneath of the back. Putting those hands under the bum and then lift yourself onto the top of your head. Breathing in, breathing out, push that chest, that breastbone up high. Using those elbows, squeezing those shoulder blades together, really trying to move that chest. So we're not just doing a tailbone to head stretch, we're doing a shoulder to shoulder stretch as well. Breathing in. Fill those lungs up with air, breathing out, squeeze those shoulders together, push off the bum, and then release and lower those shoulders down to the floor. Bring the left knee in, bring that right knee in, bring the nose to the knees, hug the nose to the knees and scrunch up. Take those hands up in the sky so that our shoulders are coming rounded forwards. Hold onto the legs again, release the head back onto the floor. Take those feet onto the floor. Stretch the legs out straight. Pop those hands on the floor under the bum. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push off those elbows. Lift onto the top of the head. Breathing in. Squeeze those shoulders together. Breathing out. Push that breastbone up high. Breathing in. Fill the lungs up with air. Squeeze and lift that chest. Breathing out, release that back down onto the floor, pull that chin into the chest, bring the right knee up, bring the left knee up, hug those knees, lift that tailbone off the floor and release, keep the head down. Lift the tailbone off the floor and release. Lift that tailbone up off the floor, bring that nose to the knees and then release. Pop the right foot down, pop the left foot down, take the legs out straight. Reach those fingers away from the head, push the right hand hard away from the right foot, stretch that right side, take those hands to the left hand side of the body, take those feet to the left. Lift the bum and take it right. Stretch through that right side. Banana yourself, really reach. Keep the shoulders on the ground, keep the arms on the ground. Release, come back to the center. Move your bum to the left. Move your hands to the right and your feet to the right. Really breathing in. On the out breath, reach that left hand away from the left foot. Stretch down the left side of the body. Breathing in, breathing out, reach and lengthen. And then release. Let those hands come to the center. Let the feet come to the center. Breathing in, take those arms up to the sky. Bring that right knee in. Hug that right knee hard up towards the armpit. Turn that right leg. Hold on to the right foot. Pull it up towards that left shoulder. Push that right knee away from you with your right elbow, turning through that hip. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push the right knee in towards the elbow. Breathing in. On the out breath, release. Turn that leg. Let go of that first and pull that leg all the way over the body. Push that left hand away. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen the hand away from the shoulder. Lengthen the shoulder away from the hip. Turn the ear to the floor. Push the left leg straight. Push that the right knee to the ground. Follow the right knee with the right hip. Taking the shoulder away from the hip. And then rolling onto that left-hand side, just take hold of this right foot. Make sure the pubic bone, tummy button, breastbone are aligned and pull that right knee behind the body a bit. Feel the stretch in the front of that leg. Push the right foot into the right hand. Let that right shoulder relax. Pushing the foot into the hand, letting the foot and hand extend behind the body. Breathing in, breathing out, release the push and just lengthen that leg behind. Lengthen that leg behind and feel the stretch in the front of that leg. Release the leg, roll back onto your back. Pull that knee in towards your armpit one more time. And then release the leg out straight, push the hands over the head. Feet away, pushing the right hand away from that right leg, left hand away from the left leg. Bring the hands into the sky and bring the left knee in. Pull that knee up towards the left armpit. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Turn that leg, take hold of that left foot. Push that left knee away with the left elbow. Holding in that stretch, push the left knee into the elbow. Breathing in, breathing out. Release the push and pull the foot further and push the knee further. Let go of the foot, pull that left knee across the body. All the way down to the floor, push the left hand away, turn the eyes to the left hand, left ear to the floor, reaching. Breathing in, breathing out, taking the knee down, pushing that hand away. Follow the shoulder after the hand, follow the hip after the knee. Stretching the hip away from the shoulder, breathing in, breathing out. Roll onto this right hand side. Take hold of the left leg in that left hand. Make sure that your pubic bone, tummy button, chest are aligned down the front of your body. Pulling that left knee behind you a little bit. Push that left foot into that left hand. Pushing that left foot into that left hand, let that left shoulder stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. Release the push and then lengthen that foot and hand away behind the body. Lengthen away behind the body, pushing, stretching through the front of that left hip. And then release that leg and roll back onto your back. Pull that left knee up into the armpit. And then let go of the left leg, put the hands over the head. Reach and stretch those fingers away from the toes. Pushing the right hand from the right foot, left hand from the left foot. Taking those fingers all the way up to the sky, chin into the chest, roll yourself all the way up. Reach towards those feet, stretch through that back, all the way down. And then sitting up tall, swing yourself around and come onto your tummy. Swing yourself around, come onto your tummy. So we open up the hip, even though we're doing upper back stretch, because that will restrict, if this hip is tight, it will restrict our upper back movement and our straight our torso, neutral spine. So rest the forehead on the ground. Make sure that you've got yourself organized underneath you. Pop your toes on the floor and lift those legs up so you make sure they're straight. And then turn the toes so the toenails are pointing to the floor. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone into the ground and stabilise. Draw in the core and make sure that your tummy's lifted off the floor. If you're tight in your hip flexors, you'll struggle to organise your core and your glutes. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, and take those arms down by your side. Fingertips pushing towards your toes, palms up, breathing in. On the out breath, roll the shoulders up to the ears, arms come up. Push those arms down and back and down. Holding them down towards the feet, they're at a 45-degree angle, breathing in. On the out breath, pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them up high, breathing in. On the out breath, pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those hands together behind your back. Push those hands down towards your feet. Lift those hands up towards the sky, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Opening that chest in front, lifting those arms up, breathing in. On the out breath, lift them up higher, pushing the shoulders away from the ears. Make sure the tummy's drawn in off the floor and the pubic bone is pushing into the floor. Lift those arms. Pulse those arms, holding them for 5, 4, pushing the shoulders away from the ears, 3, 2, 1, hold them here. Lengthen the head, push the ears away from the shoulders. And then release those arms down, keeping those shoulders back. Let go of the hands, drop to the floor. Let the shoulders fall down to the floor, breathing in. On the out breath, roll those shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky, lift those arms up. Try to recreate the shoulder position without holding the hands together. Breathing in. On the out breath, pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them. Make sure your glutes are engaged, your pubic bone's pushing in, your tummy's lifted. Lift that chest up so the eyes come off the floor, forehead's off the floor, you're resting on the bottom rib and the pubic bone. Lengthen the legs so the legs are off the floor too. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them here. Bring those arms out wide like a scarecrow. Tap them down on the floor. Lift them up to the sky. Tap them to the floor. Lift them to the sky. Tap them to the floor. Lift them to the sky. Take them down towards the feet. Bring them up towards above the head. Bring them all the way back down towards the feet. And then lower yourself down onto the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Lift those arms up, clench the bum. Lift the legs off the floor, draw in the core. Lift that upper body up so you rest on the bottom rib, breathing in. On the out breath, pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them. Breathing in, lift the left leg up for 3, 2, 1. Lift the right leg for 3, 2, 1. Lift both legs. 3, 2, 1. And release everything back down onto the ground. Roll over onto that left-hand side. Take both arms away from you on the ground. Bend your knee, put your bottom leg straight, top leg tucks under. Both hands on top of each other. breathing in on the out breath. Bring that right hand up to the sky and all the way over, reaching the floor behind, keeping that right knee on the ground, really stretching, pushing that right shoulder away, and bring that hand back together, breathing in. And on the out breath, open, really take that hand away, keep that shoulder down away from the ear, try and get the eyes to follow the hand. Bring that hand back together. Open that hand up, pushing it away. Bring it back together. Keep this hand in front, take the fingertips on the floor, all the way up over the head, all the way around behind the body. Let yourself open and roll back. Fingers try to stay on the ground, all the way down, over that leg, up back onto the other hand, all the way up on the floor, over the head, keep it on the floor, get that shoulder joint really working smoothly, moving, full rotation. Touch the hands together, one circle the other way, down towards the legs, over the legs, on the floor behind you. Keeping it on the floor behind you. All the way around, all the way back onto the other hand. Take that arm straight up into the air. Bring it straight over behind your body. Stretch, reach and stretch. Push those hands away from each other, turn those eyes to the right. Stretching through those ribs, stretching through the shoulder, bring those hands back together. Release and turn over onto the other side. Put both hands away, right leg straight. Tuck that left leg under the right leg, palms together, breathing in on the out breath. Top arm all the way over and opening. Touching the floor behind. Breathing in, breathing out, bringing that arm all the way back together. And lifting that hand all the way up and open, reaching and stretching. And all the way back together. You might feel one side better than the other, so you know which one to work on. Bringing that hand all the way up to open. Push that shoulder onto the floor. Push those hands away from each other. Keep that left knee on the ground. Bring those hands back together and then take that left hand all the way up above the head on the floor. All the way over the head. Your eyes follow your hand. All the way down. Bring that arm all the way over the body. All the way up. Keep those fingers on the floor if you can. Big circle, take those eyes around. So you're allowed to let the shoulder roll back, the upper body roll back a bit. Bring those arms back on top of each other. And then take that arm down the other way, down towards the legs, over the legs, onto the floor, all the way around. Feel the stretch behind the back of the body, above the head, and all the way back together. Then bring that top arm all the way up into the sky and open one more time. Turning those eyes towards that hand, reaching and stretching. Breathing in, breathing out, and bring those hands all the way back together. Roll yourself over onto your tummy again. Put those hands in that pitchfork position. Forehead on the ground. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum, lengthen the legs and lift them off the ground. Draw in the tummy, lift that off the ground. Push off those forearms and lift onto that bottom rib and open that upper back. And then release. Breathing in on the out breath, lengthen those legs, draw in the core, push off those forearms and lift that upper body up. And then lower and release those legs. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench the bum, lengthen the legs, draw in the tummy, lift that upper body up, opening that chest. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, excellent. Open those chests, big push with the front of the bottom ribs, pushing forwards on the mat. And then release down to the floor again. Breathing in. On the out breath, lengthen the legs and lift that upper body up. So we lengthen the legs, feel how that bum is included in lifting the upper body. Pull those shoulders together and take those arms off the floor. Take those arms up, lift the tummy up so you're not pushing off your belly. Pulse your arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands are higher than the elbows. Lower down to the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those forearms, lengthen those legs, knees and feet are off the ground, belly's lifted, resting on the bottom rib. Lift those arms up, pulse them for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Lengthen those hands in front of you, make sure your tummy stays lifted. Bring those hands back, elbows down to the waist. Take those hands straight in front, clench with the bum. Bring those hands back, elbows down to the waist. Rest the hands on the floor by the bottom rib. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands, come onto the pubic bone. Breathing in. Lower back down onto the bottom rib. Hold here. Take those hands off the floor. Lengthen the head from the feet. Good. Well done. Keep it going. Bring those hands back to the bottom rib. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those arms, come onto the pubic bone. Straighten the arms and come onto the knees. Clenching the bum, tighten the thighs, lift those knees off the floor, shoulders back, open the chest. Pull the shoulders back, everybody, shoulders back. Knees down, pubic bone down, bottom rib down, head down. Relax, big breath in. Big breath in. Big breath out. Breathing in. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor, lengthen the legs and lift them. Lift the tummy off the floor. Bring those arms so the forearms are parallel to the edge of the mat. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift that upper body up so the elbows bent, Emma, so the resting on that bottom rib. Legs out straight, tummy's lifted. Resting on the bottom rib, upper body's up. Easy. Breathing in. Take those arms off the ground. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, squeezing the shoulder blades, 2, 1. Put those hands on the floor by the bottom rib. Breathing in. On the out breath. Push off the hands and come onto the pubic bone. Big clench with the bum. My legs are still off the floor. Breathing in. Push off the hands, come onto the knees. Open that chest, shoulders back. Breathing in. On the out breath, tighten the thighs, lift the knees off the floor. Breathing in, pop the knees on the ground, arm in the air, back into child pose. All the way back into child pose, stretching that lower back, stretching those armpits. Feel that hip stretch as we shut it down. Push those hands forwards. Breathing in, push the right hand away from you, push the left hand away from you. Come up onto all fours. Walk your knees forward and sit on the mat. Take hold of your stick, weapon of choice. Rest the stick on your legs. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Resting the stick on the legs, pop the fists on the floor behind you, sorry. Pull those elbows together, lift that chest up, breathing in, breathing out. Push that chest forward, pull those shoulders together, pull those upper arms, pull those elbows together. Push off those hands so that we stay on that seat bone. Bring those arms round to in front of the body so we're in neutral spine. Take hold of the stick, bring it up in front of you. Breathing in, on the out breath, bend the elbows, pull the stick to the chest. Pull those elbows hard behind you. Breathing in, push that stick away. Pull that stick back. Push that stick up into the sky, minding your nose. Tighten your thighs, make sure your legs are straight, knees are pointing up. Bring that stick down in front of you. Lift that chest up again. Make sure you're staying vertical. Bring that stick up above your head. Pull that stick down behind your head. Take it away from the back of your head behind. Tap your neck. Take it away from the neck. Tap the neck. 3 more. 2 more. Tap the neck. 1 more. Hold it away. Grip onto the stick and pull the hands apart. push that stick above the head. Keeping the hands pulling apart helps you stabilise those shoulders. Lift that chest up. Pull that stick down behind you. Don't touch your head or your neck. Push that stick up. Pull that stick down. Keep it away from the head and neck if you can. If you need to rest it on the back of the shoulders, you can. Turn to the left. Lift that chest up. Come back to centre. Turn to the right. Lift the chest as you turn. Come back to centre. Turn to the left. Lift that chest up. Back to centre. Turn to the right. Lifting that chest up. Back to centre. Leaning back. Take the stick away from the shoulders. Push the stick up above the head at a 45-degree angle. Bring it over in front of you. Feel how that relieves the legs, relieves the tummy. Lift the chest up again and pull the stick back up to 45 degrees above the head. Pull it back down behind the head. Feel how your tummy has to work. Turning left. Back to centre, chest up. Turning right. Back to centre, chest up. Push the stick up. Bring it in front and lift yourself back to vertical. Lift your chest up. Glide forwards above those feet. Drop the stick over your toes. Push it away with the toes and stretch that back. Release the feet. Bring your stick back up and rest it on your legs. Put your hands on the floor behind. Lift yourself back up. Push that chest up and forward. Get into that neutral spine. Pull those upper arms together. Keep the elbows a bit bent. Open the chest and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pushing up onto that middle bottom. Good. Breathing in, drawing the core. Breathing out. So we're trying to get the tops of our arms touching behind us. Good. Resting on the seat bones. Take hold of the stick again. Bringing that stick in front. Taking it up to the sky. Pulling it down behind us. Leaning back as far as you can. Coming back up to centre. Breathing in on the out breath, leaning back. So you can go right down so your elbows touch the floor. So I'm resting on my elbows. Lift my chest up. Draw in the tummy. See if you can lift yourself back up off your elbows with your tummy, keeping your chest open. Try to keep your chin up. So try to get the stick down the back a bit more. So Susie, try and lower it. Yeah, that's it. Try and lower it down the back, otherwise it falls in the chest. Breathing in on the out breath. Leaning back till you rest on those elbows. Opening, breathing in. On the out breath, draw in the tummy and lift back up. Well done, well done, well done. Good. Lifting that chest up, push that stick up high into the sky. Leaning back. Bring that stick in front of you. Lean back a bit further. Bring that stick up above the head. And taking it down in front. Bringing it above the head. And taking it down in front. Lift the chest up. Bringing it up above the head. Bringing it behind the shoulders. Lift yourself back up. Soften your knees, let those legs flop out. Sit up onto those seat bones. Turning to the right. Back to centre. Turning to the left. Back to centre. Turning to the right. Back to centre. Turning left. Back to centre. Push the stick up into the sky. Bring it over your head and let it on the floor. Hold on to your legs while your knees are dropped out. Pull yourself up into that neutral spine position. Walk your hands down your thighs, keeping your neutral spine, bending that pelvis forward so you come onto your front bottom. Holding onto those feet so your flesh comes down between your legs. Lifting your chest up so you're lengthening the front of that body. Breathing in. Breathing out, pulling onto your front bottom. Sitting yourself up nice and tall. Put those legs out straight. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind, lift and turn. Breathing in and breathing out and really turn. Back to the front, right hand on left knee, left hand behind, lift and turn. And really push off that left leg and turn. And come back round to the front. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Pop those hands on the floor, fingertips towards the bum. Clench the bum, tighten the legs, toes pointing straight up. Breathing in on the out breath, push that chest up. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench the bum and lift. Hips up off the floor. Lengthen the head. Open the chest, moving that breastbone up high. Hold yourself here. Lower yourself back down to the floor. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands and lift. Lift and lengthen. Clenching with the bum. Lifting, squeezing the shoulder blades together and lower. Good. Okay, one more of them. Breathing in. On the out breath, pull those elbows together. Breathing out, clench and lift. Breathing in. On the out breath, push that chest up higher, push those hips up higher. Breathing in. On the out breath, push that chest up higher, push those hips up higher. And then lowering back down to the floor, pushing off those fingers. Rolling forwards down those legs, soften the knees, breathing in, breathing out. Reaching all the way past your feet. Sitting up nice and tall, hold the backs of the legs. Peel your body up vertical. Push that right knee down. Push that left knee down. Bring those arms up in front. Bring those arms all the way up above the head. Big breath in. Push those hands up high. Breathing out, release those arms wide behind you. Dust the floor, nice big circle. All the way up above your head again. Lift that chest up. Push the fingertips up, breathing in. Breathing out, big circle round behind you one more time. Dust the floor. Up to the sky once more, take the eyes up, following those hands. Tighten the thighs, push the knees in the ground, push the toes to your nose, lift your chest up, stretch the hamstring, stretch the calf. Use those quads lifting, breathing in. Breathing out, release the arms, release the legs. Rest the hands on your thighs and roll your shoulders. Oh, I was tired from that one, so there's a few grins over there. Well done.